Wow, just wow! You think you know Amsterdam, right? You picture the beautiful canals, the tall, skinny houses leaning on each other like old friends, and maybe a bicycle or two, or maybe 1,000. But what if I told you there's a whole other city beneath all that beauty? A secret city most tourists float right past. Hidden gardens, tiny kitchens with the best food you've ever had, stories whispered on the cobblestones. This isn't just a place to see, it's a place to feel, to taste, and to discover. And I'm going to take you there. Imagine a map of Amsterdam. It looks like a big half circle, or maybe a slice of a giant onion. The oldest part, the very center, is called the medieval center. From there, canals ripple outwards in perfect arcs. The Singel, the Herengracht, the Keizersgracht, and the Prinsengracht. These make up the famous canal ring. So how did this amazing place even come to be? It's a fantastic story. Amsterdam started as a tiny fishing village around the 13th century. The name literally means dam on the Amstel River. They built a dam to control the water, and a village grew around it. The real secret to its success? Herring. Yes, the humble herring. They figured out a special way to preserve the fish, which meant they could sell it all over Europe. This little fish made Amsterdam rich and turned it into a major trading hub. It's incredible to think that this grand city was built on the back of a small silvery fish. Then came the Dutch Golden Age in the 17th century. This is when Amsterdam really exploded. The city became the wealthiest in the world. This is when they built the magnificent canal ring, with all those gorgeous gabled houses you see today. Why are they so narrow and tall? Well, back then, your taxes were based on how wide your house was at the front. So, clever Amsterdammers built them narrow but very, very deep and tall. And the hook at the top? That's for hoisting furniture up because the staircases inside are often as narrow as a ladder. Of course, the city has seen its share of tough times too. The history here is layered and deeply moving, especially when you visit places like the Anne Frank House. It's a powerful reminder of the darkness the city endured during World War II. Okay, let's get to the important stuff. The food. You cannot, I repeat, cannot go to Amsterdam without trying a stroopwafel. Don't buy a pre-packaged one from a souvenir shop. Find a street market like Albert Kuip. They make them fresh. 2 super thin, crispy waffles pressed together. Warm, gooey caramel syrup, the stroop, stretched between them. Vendor hands the hot stroopwafel to the customer. The warmth, the chewiness, the sweetness. A hug in food form. Next up, herring. Find a herring handle cart on a street corner. Order a Bruges herring, soft white bun, lightly cured, super fresh herring pieces topped with chopped onions, topped with pickles. Locals sometimes hold the fish by the tail and lower it into their mouths. Now, bitterballen. Deep-fried little balls with a crispy, crunchy breadcrumb crust. Bite open. Hot, smooth, savory, creamy ragu inside. Serve with mustard. Pair with a local beer and share with friends. And for dessert, or breakfast, poffertjes. Tiny, fluffy pancakes in a cast-iron pan with little dimples. Cooked golden brown served hot with a big knob of butter melting over them. Generous dusting of powdered sugar. To truly enjoy Amsterdam, it really helps to understand a little bit about the local culture. The Dutch have this wonderful concept called gezelligheid. There's honestly no perfect English translation, but it's a feeling of coziness, warmth, friendliness. It's that sense of having a good time with loved ones in a comfortable, relaxed atmosphere. Just think of a candlelit cafe on a rainy evening, or a lively chat with a friend over a cup of coffee. When you find a place or a moment that feels gezellig, you'll know you've found the heart of Dutch culture. It's definitely something to be sought out and savored. Now, let's talk about bikes. Bicycles here are not just a cute accessory, they're actually the main form of transportation. There are more bikes than people, so when you're walking around, be very aware of the bike lanes, which are usually those red-colored paths. Seriously, don't walk in them. Cyclists move fast, and they really expect you to stay out of their way. Always look both ways before crossing a bike lane. The golden rule is, pedestrians bike lane, then car lane. If you're brave enough to rent a bike, which I highly recommend for a true local experience, just go with the flow and use your bell when needed. The Dutch people are known for being very direct and straightforward. This isn't rudeness, it's just honesty and efficiency. They say what they mean and they appreciate it when you do the same. Alright, you've been patient. Now I'll let you in on a few of my favorite places, the spots a little off the beaten path. First, forget the big, crowded museums for a second. Find your way to the Beginhof. It's one of the oldest inner courtyards in the city, a hidden sanctuary of peace in the bustling center. You enter through an unassuming door, and the city noise just disappears. It was originally a residence for religious women. Here you'll also find the oldest wooden house in Amsterdam. It's magical and tranquil. Feels like stepping back in time. Next, want a fantastic view without the tourist crowds? Skip the big towers. Head to the top of Nemo Science Museum. You don't need a museum ticket to access it. The building looks like the bow of a giant green ship. Walk up the sloping roof. It's designed like a public square. From the top, spectacular panoramic views of the old city and harbor. Locals bring snacks, sit on the steps, and just watch the world go by. For a taste of old Amsterdam, explore the Jordaan. Go deeper than the main streets. Wander tiny side streets and look for hofjes, hidden courtyards surrounded by almshouses. Many date to the 17th century, built to house the poor and elderly. Some, like the Karthuizerhof or the Klaus Klezoon Hofje, are open during the day. Be very quiet and respectful. People still live there. Finally, visit a Brown Café, a Bruin Café. Traditional Dutch pubs with dark wood and smoky-stained walls. They're the cozy, gezellig living rooms of the neighborhood. Skip tourist traps. Find Café Papeneiland, find Café Chris. Order a local beer, maybe some bitterballen, and just soak in the atmosphere. You'll be sitting alongside locals who have been coming there for years. This is where you'll feel the real soul of Amsterdam. What an amazing city. Now I'm hungry again. What did you discover? Let me know in the comments. If this helped, tap like and subscribe to Your Travel Guide for more hidden city adventures. See you in the next city. Tot ziens.